All right. Let's get started, shall we? I guess we're doing 10-minute. Only other thing I could think is 15:10, but this should be more than enough. We got a Joko piano. This is my favorite opening. My bread and butter, if you will. We'll pin the knight if they develop it. Or we can go here. Develop here, and we can go here. This is always a common idea. Wow, we're getting a raid. What's up, Akamura? How was marbles? Literally, I just started this stream 8 moves ago, so you guys are tuning in right at the start here. I'm playing rapid, so yeah. Who won the most in the marble races? You did, Jinko? That's not surprising. You wait, goat two king. Hold on, I'm getting mixed reviews now. I don't know who to trust. Do I trust Janko or do I trust Goat 2 King? You either win or you learn. That's what I like to say about marbles. You guys tied? You both won? Can I ban Akamura? Why? You came in third place? That's honestly pretty good. How many marbles were there? Hopefully more than three. She went undefeated in chess and she got so tired of winning she challenged Chad to a real game marbles. That makes sense. Okay, I'm thinking about knight here, which we're threading a fork, and if knight takes, bishop takes, which defends this pawn. Let's see if that happens. Can I mod Akamaru? I realize I've been saying Akamura, which is funny. It's funny because it's like Nakamura, which I'm sure you probably get that a lot. Um, but actually, maybe I take with the pawn. I don't know. I think I do take with the bishop. Probably they'll develop like the. What am I threatening? Bishop takes with check and then takes here. That's also a threat. What's up, Bob? How's it going? Okay, so I think we may or may not be winning a pawn here tactically because the queen is hit, right? And this pawn, this knight's hit. We collect here first. We take with the check. They're gonna have tripled isolated pawns. Very, very ugly. Now we take here, we're threatening that pawn. Life is good, guys. Life is good. We're 16 moves into the game. They're castling. They're letting me take with the tempo on the rook, but then they're going to get a tempo back. So I think I castle. I think I castle. Don't you think I castle? Imagine I fork their rooks, but then I get checked. So that's kind of annoying. So I think I just castle. I would love to castle queenside, but I think I'm a little too slow. They call me Slow Joe. I could also just play f4. F4 might be the move. F4 and then queen f3. If we're being honest with ourselves. I like being honest. Don't you guys like being honest? Like, am I really gonna castle and then play f4? I could. I don't know. Why don't I just do this? Have I watched the Netflix? Yes, I did actually. I saw that. I have mate in 6-7. That seems pretty good. People call me AK or Laka. Do they really? Okay, I want to go here because I want to castle queenside. I've delayed castling a little bit, but I think it's worth it. I think it's going to be worth. So now we castle. Now this pawn is legitimately hanging. I will be taking. How did I get to 22, 24? That's a great question. Okay, so this pawn is hanging, so it's not great. So I'm going to move my king over and defend it. You want to be just like me? No, no, no. You want to be better. You can strive for more. I believe in you. Okay, I could push this pawn. I could also push this pawn. Pushing this pawn, and I don't really get a flight square. Pushing this pawn, and maybe that's just the best move. I create a hook for them, potentially. But, I don't know. Uh... I just want to go here, I think. I don't need the flight square. Go to king. Thanks for the follow. I've just been playing chess a long time. It turns out if you play chess for a long time, you might actually get good at it. Controversial, I know. Hot take, perhaps. Okay, queen is hitting me. That's slightly annoying, but it's nothing that we can't handle. For example, I could give a check. I don't really like the check, if I'm being honest with all of you. And I like being honest. I'll go here. We're going to go after that C pawn. Yeah, this dude's tripled up. What's up, Zoomja? You love this song? Yeah. We've got I've got a playlist on Spotify. If you have Spotify and you want to listen to it, you can check it out. You would have gone for the check, goat to king. Then maybe I should have considered it more. Let's not hang our... They're threatening this and this. If I take here, they'll take here, which is slightly annoying because this is an important pawn. I could sack the exchange, but that would be kind of sad. So if I take, you take, I take. Actually, that seems pretty reasonable. Oh, and this pawn's also going to be hanging. But, like, so is that pawn. This king is so weak. I should be having some sort of compensation, as they say. Bishop takes with a tempo, but I think it'll be okay. I think I just move forward. It's really a shame, though, to give up a healthy pawn for a weak pawn. So maybe I just go, like, rook here. This might actually be the move. They might go here, which is annoying. I might go here to be even more annoying. Let's go ahead and make this move. We don't have to rush into this. This is a very weak pawn. I'm just defending the knight first. Yeah, I expected this, and now my plan was to go here, which hits the queen. It opens up the e-file. If they trade rooks first, this helps me because this rook is really sad, so we're improving this rook. And then if they go queen here, for example, then I can play g3, and that's going to save the pawn. Okay, they go there. Now I could trade rooks and bring the other rook in. I could trade rooks and then just take this pawn. I could also just take right away. I'm going to trade and go here first because they still can't save this pawn. Now I'll take here. And now This is really strong. This is a strong idea. I have to watch out for back rank because I don't have a flight square. Okay, they do take this, but I also thought I could just go like here. And their queen has to go somewhere. Maybe here. No, why would they go there? I could also take this pawn and just threaten checkmate, actually. How would you stop checkmate? I don't even need the to bring the rook in. So you have to move your queen somewhere. But I mean, this is just devastatingly strong for me. Where does the queen go? Check, king here, and then I'll just go like, this is like extremely close to mating. I don't know where their queen goes, but maybe this is stronger. Or I'll do check, check, king here, rook check. Maybe they sack for it or something. It's a 10-minute game. There's no increment, but it's... Yeah, here maybe their queen gets in somewhere strong and threatens. Oh, it's not even mate anymore. I have a flight square now. Okay, I think I just take this, though. Let's be honest. Oh, they can push the pawn. I missed that. Yes, very smart. Very smart. Okay. There's no good blocking move to get the bishop out of there. Okay, let's try this now, I guess. I don't know. Queen can't go too far, I guess, because you gotta guard mate, right? Here. I'm threatening the queen, most obviously. But I'm also threatening, this is checkmate if the queen doesn't guard. So like, for example, the queen, yeah. So now we can kick the queen off of this diagonal. I could just go like a4, for example. I could also consider like c4. I don't know if one is better than the other. Like, what do you do? Either way, I think it's winning. So, what's the best move? Does it really matter? I don't think it matters. Let's just go here. I don't think it matters too much. Oh, maybe there's rook here. Maybe I messed that up. Oh, they just blundered mate. Yeah, I gotta look at that rook a6 move. I gotta look at rook a6 and see if I had something better. Who missed mate? Them? Me? What's up, Drum? I wasn't looking at the chat. Okay. So someone said it was mate on c7. Oh, that's funny. You're right. Yeah, when I went here, I knew the queen had to defend here. So after this, yeah, I guess they can't go here because it's mate. I was too good, guys. I was so good, in fact. When you see mate in one, you look for better. No, okay, let's review. Let's analyze. I did miss an easy mate in one. That's right. That's mate. Sorry, Jaden. You were right. You guys were all right. Listen, it's the first game. It's a warm up. It's a warm up. I had mate either way. All right, so yeah, bringing the queen out early is typically kind of a red flag, kind of a chess no-no. Although the computer doesn't like what I did. So, oh my good gracious, ladies and gentlemen, I hung a piece. This is a nice tactic. It looks like they're gambiting their queen, but really they get the queen right back with interest. So that would have been a harsh awakening for me. I just hung this piece. Yeah, I did, Robbie. All right, this is why we review games, guys. I won the game. I could just be like, oh yeah, I'm so good. I won. Moving on. But no, we review because it's very hard to play a perfect game. So yeah, I gotta remember this now. Bishop here, queen here, and h4, h5 does not work. So we're rewriting our entire prep here. Whenever the queen comes out, don't go for the tempo. It's not worth it. I could just castle. I could play maybe bishop e3 instead. Computer likes a4, which is a common idea if you don't want the knight to trap your bishop. You're creating space. But okay, so this is bad for me. Noted. This is bad for them. They missed it. Sometimes you just have to ask yourself, like, what if I just sack my queen anyways? And then you realize, oh, you're getting that back. That'd be very nice for them. Okay. Anyways, I got let off the hook a little bit. Takes, so this is step 1 of triple isolating their pawns. This is step 2 here. They trade, so this is probably not very smart for them. So it really likes pawn takes, and I guess I'm just winning that pawn immediately. I take here, and yeah, this is... Yeah, I should just castle, which was the first instinct. F4 is the second best move, so it's still pretty good. Queen F3 is good. Castle long. It likes castle short still, actually. Which is kind of interesting, but here it likes G4 or knight C4 as well, hitting the rook, blocking the queen. But okay, here, yeah, it likes A3. If I go here, it just feels like maybe they have something. What's up, Rustic? How's the dating life? That's a great question. Non-existent. I like hockey. I love hockey. I'm a big Blues fan. Unfortunately, our season is over, but there's like 2 games going on right now. I think Ducks and Oilers are tied. Sorry if I'm spoiling it for anyone, but if you're a real fan, you wouldn't be here. You'd be watching, or maybe you'd have a tab on it. But yeah, I should be watching hockey right now. Okay, like C4. I like C4 a lot actually because the problem when I took this pawn, this pawn hangs. But if I had played C4 first, anyways, this is definitely good move. Rook here is still very strong, but it's not nearly as good as taking here. So it takes here, and now knight e7 is the move. Yeah, that's a pretty good move. Knight e7, they have to give up the queen. I need to be more vigilant for these moves. I went with the clumsy piece, and then I just missed mate. So not my strongest game, to be honest. I blundered a piece. I blundered mate 1. I blundered another mate. Just really a shame. Just a shame. Here, like this doesn't even work because there's the Botez Gambit. Anyways, let's just do a new. That was a warm up. You want chocolate chip cookies, like homemade, or like what's that really popular brand that you just like put the cookie dough on the sheet and make cookies? It's like Nestle or something. Homemade. Do you have homemade cookies? Can you make? I mean, I love cookies. Who doesn't really? But yeah, you can make a lot of stuff from scratch. I feel like you can make pretty much anything. Just watch a YouTube video on it. But yeah, baking is fun. Okay, there's this really crazy tactic. This does not work actually. This is pretty bad for me. But I like doing this because I feel like I get away with it. But this is actually bad in theory. But the idea is if they take, we have bishop here. So I'm gonna try it. Now, if they're smart, they're gonna play d4. Ah, they weren't smart. That's just unfortunate for them. I gambled. All right, I'm setting a bad example for you guys. Don't do as I do. Um, that's not gonna help them. Don't gamble, that's right. But but yeah, this is I got away with it. I got lucky. I wish my opponent punished me, but you know, they didn't. So, okay, this is honestly a good move, but I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna give up the F pawn and we're going to take now, okay, I'm gonna go here, I guess. I don't know. Am I crazy? Don't answer that. I should probably go here. Or maybe here. I don't know. This is all ridiculous. What to do, what to do. Worried about that. I guess I should be worried about that either way. I guess I'm going here. I honestly should lose this game because I gambled. And even like up in exchange, it's not necessarily so clear. So any bishop move, well, I guess we have it covered either way. But my point is that the queen was going to come in here when this bishop moves somewhere. But they have no good bishop moves other than going home. But we need to put some pressure on this bishop first somehow. That's why I like the king here is we keep the F square open a little bit, you know, so okay, we come back with the check, I think. The bishop's better here. If they take, we take with the queen with check. So they go aside, and now I think rook f8 makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We are going to force the bishop to move. And now for my next trick, do I take that? Probably not. We need to get the king to safety. So how would I go about doing this? I could try to trap their bishop, funnily enough. Is that a funny thing to do? Their bishop can come here or here. Yeah, I like this move a lot. I don't think I'm missing anything. So, yeah, they could take. Okay, they go there. Interesting. Maybe I should just take this. But it's kind of not what I want. Okay, I'm gonna go here. And we're threatening the same thing, more or less. But also, I'm thinking I could just play bishop e6. So essentially we're up material and our king is really weak. So those two factors want us to trade more. So trading is good. That's in case anyone was taking notes. You never know. All right, so this move is definitely to be expected. I do think that b5 makes a lot of sense, just halting their b pawn essentially. So I don't want them to do the discovery check on me. So we're not actually trapping the bishop because the bishop can get to d5 after the pawn trades. That being said, though, I could take it if I wanted to. Do I want to take is the question. I'd love to trade queens, but they're going to take with the pawn, and that's a little annoying because that opens the e file, which is where my king lives, currently residing. Bishop here hits the rook as well in the corner, so that's maybe an incentive to take. Also, their knight's kind of pinned back there, so maybe taking with the knight is helping me out. Maybe the old knight takes, pawn takes, we take on f3. Yeah, their knight's pinned, so it's not like they're doing anything with it, so who knows? I don't know if I want to trade it just yet. Maybe I should, though, to guarantee their pawn structure gets damaged before they can connect their knights. This knight is their worst piece. Thank you, Joshua. Did I lose weight? Honestly, I think I'm wearing a shirt. I'm wearing a nice shirt today. That's what you're seeing. I have not been doing any extra exercise at all. This guy's thinking a lot for. They're thinking if they can sack the piece and push this pawn. But it is ill-advised, I would say. I don't know why they are taking so long on this move. Who knows? Any Germans in chat? It's probably pretty late for them, right? Or early, depending on your perspective. Life is all about perspective. Wow, look at this move. So, I can take with the tempo, obviously. You have a check, you have another check. But I think more importantly is they have this check. I don't understand this move at all, though. So here I'm taking, and I presumably this is the move. Oh, maybe I take and they have this check. Very interesting. Very interesting. However, take. I think I take push with check. I understand that. But I just move my queen like here. And then what do you want to do to me? I'll go like here or something. Or so hold on. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. I could also just like sack my knight. Which would be a little funny maybe. Just the good old knight takes, and I threaten the. Oh, but pawn takes opens up the bishop, so that would be kind of annoying. So if I go like here, or I don't know who dies. What the heck? I have a good like knight move. So I'm thinking about this. They have like two check follow-ups. This is what they were thinking about, which is crazy. Also, like, I could just default to taking here, and that's just going to be totally fine. Right? That could just be a default good move. But I really want to get away with this. So pawn push, and I just go, like, here. Or here, presumably. They want to get the exchange back or something. Yeah, this move is annoying. Here, here. 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 Just like rook here or something. Why does this guy have to complicate things? Knight here, take, push with check. If I go king e8 and they go queen here, that would be so annoying. But okay, takes, check, and I just go like king here. I think. How bad is this, like, legitimately? This is crazy. This is really annoying. We're gonna try it out. You're not a fish. You're not a stockfish. So I'm assuming they're gonna go here because it threatens checkmate. Oh, they just go there. Why would they do that though? So now I just take here. Oh, it takes. Maybe I do that. Pawn takes is annoying because takes, they have this push. So I think we give them this check. I just go here. This should be fine. This should be more than enough. I'm not scared of anything they have now. I have so much defense. They have no attackers anymore. It's just the queen as well. And the king is actually finding his way to safety. Queen back. King back. Life is good, guys. Life is good. We're low on time, but this should be more than enough time. They got the exchange back, but they gave up a piece for it. I don't know. I actually don't exactly know what all was given up here. So, okay, I give up a piece, but I got a piece back. They give up a piece here, and they get an exchange back. Okay, they're just trading in queens. This is ridiculous. I can even go here. So, the main way I lose this game is by getting flagged. Our knight boxes their knight out. Now, I might get our pieces skewered, but I'm gonna step the king up here. And we're just gonna take this, actually. Because they can't take it. That's funny. Okay, let's just go here. They can't even check. Oh, I should have done the rook check to trade. We let the king off the hook a little bit. But, you know, that's okay. It's like whatever. I'm dilly-dallying a little bit here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Alright, so now they want to fork me, so it's pretty smart. Actually. What if I go here, though? Where I come from isn't all that great. My automobile is a piece of crap. Alright, I'm actually throwing. I'm legitimately throwing now. I'm not lying. Why am I playing this so poorly? Beverly Hills. I should not be throwing away pawns like this. Rook here is pretty annoying, but should be okay. I just need to get this pawn promoted. I think we can afford to give up everything. I'm expecting a check. The question becomes, how much can I throw? This is kind of funny. This is a fun move because I'm threatening mate. And if they take, I have mate as well. So GG. Definitely bad technique to convert, but you know, when you're so winning, you can afford to let off the gas a little bit. Thank you, GOAT. All right, let's review. See what we missed, because we certainly missed some things. So I play a sort of a counter gambit to the king's gambit. So knight here, they're attacking this pawn twice now, and I ignore it. I don't defend it. I just continue developing. Now, best is they should take, actually. But a lot of king's gambit players don't they don't like taking for whatever reason. Because they want you to take, basically. That's why they play the king's gambit. But I never take. So they don't take. Now I can develop the pawn and defend. Now, yeah, here I need to play knight f6. Knight f6 is a much stronger move. Here they're just gearing up for this push, but this could be leaving the e-pawn weak. This also blocks the knight, right? So the knight usually develops and defends this pawn. Knight f6 attacks that pawn. So if they're blocking their knight, this is a very common idea. You also see this a lot in like Roy Lopez, or even just like Italian. So yeah, knight f6 is a thematic move. I should be playing this. I develop with the pen because this sort of stops them from playing d4. My favorite opening is white and black is the same. Like as white it's Italian and as black it's the Gioco piano, which is against the Italian. Okay, so I go here. Now, if they ever play h3, I just kind of have to bite the bullet and take, to be honest. Otherwise, I have to go bishop e6. If I go back and maintain the pen, well, I'm getting cooked. I'm getting trapped. So that's typically why I just take. But I guess bishop e6 is still playable. But okay, I feel like we did our job of delaying d4. So they knew they couldn't play d4 because the knight's pinned. So for example, if they did play d4, we have 1, 2, 3 attackers. And they only have 1, 2, 3 defenders, but the knight is pinned to the queen. So if we just go ahead and take this, and they take this, we could take here now. And now we take with a tempo even. It's a free pawn and then some. So yeah, and if they could take like this or whatever, but that's even worse. We're still winning here. I'm good, Lewis. How are you? Okay, so now I bring the knight out. They go here, and now here's where my tactic doesn't quite work. Actually, it's saying it is one of the moves, but the best move is to simply just go back. You just respect it, and you want to stay on this diagonal. It's a very strong diagonal for the bishop whenever they push the f-pawn. Even if they don't have the f-pawn pushed, this is strong. But even, yeah, with the f-pawn push, it's even stronger because the king can't even castle. So this bishop's really valuable. But okay, it's saying I could take on f3 first and then take, and that's probably an improved version. I think yeah, taking here first is pretty good. Then knight takes, because that way they don't even have this d4 intermezzo. But I try this, and I said this is bad. And I thought the reason why is because d4 is really strong. But it turns out that this isn't even the best response. Here, and we can still take. So the move here is actually queen b3, and it's attacking the f-pawn, attacking the knight. So after queen b3, it says I should just castle, which is crazy. But it says it's still somewhat equal there, surprisingly. So, okay. Anywho, there's this line here, takes immediately. If I go here, there's this queen check. I can block with the bishop. They can sack on f7. Oh, wait, does that really work? How is this? So they give up this bishop for the pawn and the castling rights, but then they get their queen out of check with a check, and then they can save their rook basically. So this sacrifice is saving the rook really in the corner, which is trapped. But okay. Yeah, here, that's a strong line. Queen a4 here, and then bishop sack. But even queen b3 is good too, actually. Takes and takes, but let's look at what happened in the game. I sack. They take. I just go straight up here. They missed this. They missed this. This idea with the counter sacrifice on f7 to play like queen check and then. Well, hold on. I feel like the story's not over. Check, block, sack, take, queen check. If I go here, ooh, okay. Knight g5, very nice fork. Okay, let's look at what happened in real life, in reality. They just sort of accepted that this was a tactic that I found, so that was good for me. They also have this same idea here, here. It does not like taking. Queen b3. So yeah, we can't do this. If we go here, yeah, they just take this piece now. So yeah, the whole idea is just get the queen out of the pen, and then you free the knight to take. So yeah, they take here, so it doesn't quite work. Here it wants me to take on f3 first, and then play knight d7. Wait, how does that make any sense? Why don't they want queen takes? Because there's d takes. So they want this, and they want knight here. Takes is probably fine too, but queen b3, we take the rook, they take here. Okay, let's look at what happened. Takes, takes. So I did not do that. That allowed for this check again, so that's pretty bad for me. For reasons we more or less have looked at a few times now. But okay, they find queen b3 instead. And now, yeah, likes taking on f3 again. I just go ahead and take the rook. We give that up. Yeah, king e7 is best. Castles, and this is apparently is bad. because, okay, maybe a few reasons, but check, king in the corner, rook f8 is good, bishop back. Here likes taking on f3. It really likes taking on f3. It also says a6 is a move. And c6. c6 is the third bet, but a6 is much better than c6. And I think the reason why is because, well, I don't know. I guess I'd rather have the c pawn still back on c7, but okay, here, and it really now wants me to take on f3. So here, a takes. Last chance really to take on f3, I guess. Takes. And yeah, they find this really interesting idea. Knight takes d4. Best is queen takes, which allows this pawn to be grabbed, I guess, but I just was like, you know, let's see it. Yeah, they missed queen b4 idea. Queen b4, rook f7, knight c6, and it's saying this is equal. So that's kind of a shock, but maybe it's not crazy at all, actually. I was thinking, what, queen takes? Knight d2? Yikes. Oh. Yeah, very important move here. You peaked at 2100 6 years ago. You're very rusty. Your Smurf is like 800. How are you former 2100? Why would you say your Smurf is 800? That seems pretty bad. But no, I'm not playing viewers today. I'm just working on my rapid. All right, Lewis. Sounds good. But yeah, I'm not playing viewers today, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't play queen b4, if I'm being honest. So ultimately, this whole interaction just shows me that I really misplay. I gave him a ton of counterplay. I should have left the b pawn where it is and just take on d4 with the queen no less. If queen takes, bishop takes here. Loves knight h5, which makes a lot of sense for sure. This bishop's blocking the pawn, so. But yeah, we're looking at the back rank. Among other things. Rook lift. All right. Let's just continue with the game. So they done goofed, clearly. Queen takes, check, this means nothing here, and yeah, this once I got here I knew this was pretty safe. You know, knight takes, king is adventurous now in the center. Pawn push, I go ahead and take that. Free gift, thank you very much. Here, I definitely needed to play rook f1 check. There was really no reason why I didn't. Just, for whatever reason, mess that up. Now I should go rook f1 check. Wow, even still, like, I didn't like rook f1 check now because check takes, they have this check, but the computer says to heck with the check. Just, you know, give the piece back. You're still completely dominating this. So I just go here instead. I give up this pawn for no reason. This check didn't really do anything. And here, yeah, just rook takes, pawn push. I push the pawn again, but it sacks the knight, but I make a queen. Now I just make a queen without even giving up the knight. So that was nice. Here, yeah, we find the best move, bishop f1. It's very pretty. What else does it like? It likes knight f6. It's saying that's also a forced mate in 6, but yeah, bishop f1 I like a lot. Nice little move there, and here he resigns. 27 seconds, more than enough time. Anyways, um, I do play viewers, but it's pretty rare, I'll be honest. So if you don't want to follow, because we're not playing, that's totally your right. That's fine. But I will play viewers whenever like I'm in the mood. So just not tonight. I'm trying like maybe if I get my rapid to 2300, then I'll do a viewer challenge stream. Okay, new game. We're 2 for 2 so far today, so that's pretty good. Um, yeah, just F4, why not? Gonna bring out this knight. Probably they're gonna close things off here, I feel like. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, knight here is typically a strong move because the queen comes in. But I think I'm just gonna just keep developing stuff. Maybe castle. All right, closed position here. Go here. Right here, baby. Oh, am I giving up a pawn in the center? I guess I am. That's always fun to just give up a pawn really quickly. But you know, it's all about compensation, they say. They say that, right? If I push this pawn and you take and I take, that's pretty bad for me. Dang. This pawn is pretty weak, though. Knight here is going to be strong. I think we're fine, guys. I think we're fine. What am I even talking about? That's not even a free pawn. Why did I think that was a free pawn? What even is this move? You want to go here? I guess. I don't know. I'll allow it, maybe. What if I just go here? You'll go here, right? It's kind of annoying. But okay, the rook is technically hanging, so. But yeah, I don't really have like a follow-up is the problem. Just want to go here. I don't like that I can't put the bishop here. Okay, let's go here now. Now that this is hanging. This is kind of a crazy game, but you know, I'm a crazy player. I'm trading knights now. This might not be good, but also I don't like that my king is here, but this is life. I wanted it to go here. This is the whole point. So I can open this up. There's a little crazy. Let's go here. there. Yo, what's up, Bishop Stars? Killing. Thank you. I want to go queen here. Or maybe I just trade and go here. I forgot the knight defends this pawn. It's really annoying. But I want to like tactic this guy somehow. It's really annoying. Yeah, if I tried to take the c file earlier, he's just castling. Maybe that was still good for me though, actually. Dang it. Oh, this is starting to be annoying a little bit. I'm leaning forward now. Okay. I take a pawn. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have secured an outside pass pawn. I fancy your dead king. Thanks for the follow. And yeah, Bishop Stars, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Okay, bishop versus knights. They've got a lot of light square pawns. They just resigned. One singular pawn. They spent less than 2 minutes on the clock. I don't know how on earth. Sometimes all it takes is one pawn. Maybe they're they just had a phone call. That was really important or something. Probably. Or maybe they're baking cookies. Yeah, this is bad. Queen e2 it likes. Knight f3. Just not even letting them take. Yeah, I like queen c2. Queen c2, castles. We then play bishop a4. We don't allow for the bishop c6 block. They play c6, and then maybe we pile in with our rooks now. That was a better plan for sure. What's up, Tharsik? The cookie baking gambit. Yes, Zoomja. Yeah, I was a little too soon with this. Very clearly, this is a good response. But I was just thinking that the bishop would be strongest when the king is still here. But that was a false line of thinking. Because even after they castle, this is still a very strong threat. The threat is that the knight's just attacking the pawn. So the queen would have to go somewhere weak. Okay, let's move on. We played 3 games. We've won 3 games. But that game, that dude just resigned way too soon. Okay, we have a Ruy Lopez. Honestly, one of my least favorite openings to play against. Do I take this now? Let's just go ahead and take that. We're going to learn the hard way. So I think I just go here. Also, I might consider this, no? Do I do this now? Is that a line? Feels like a weird line if it is. Because if I go here, they could just take here, right? Guys, I don't know. I don't know any of this theory. Normally, I never take on e4. Normally, I just play bishop e7. I'm a bishop e7 kind of guy. Probably this is good. I really don't know my theory. You've been turning to bishop e7. It's funny because I'm a bishop e7 guy, and then now I'm trying this. But it sounds like you're the other way around. You always struggle. That and also, hey, can I try this move actually? I'm really improving. We are improving, ladies and gentlemen. Here, because I want a castle. So we're equal pawns, but my pawns are low-key bad. However, I used to play the Marshall Gambit. This would be funny if they did that. My idea is to go queen here, and then we just get in here, and we try to take the e file from them. So there's a lot to be had here for sure. There's a lot to be had. Immediately question the king side safety. Trying to induce some light square weaknesses, right? And now we give up the pawn, yes. But it could be a very deadly, a very costly pawn. In fact, it could be poisoned. It would be very ill-advised to take such a pawn so far away from all of the action. Bishop here to here is a very easy threat to make. Here, so, okay, this pawn is clearly hanging, right? But if you go ahead and you take that pawn, can I just, like, destroy you? I don't know. I'm thinking we try to take the e file. Would you take this pawn from me? Whatever. Let's see them take the pawn. Go ahead. That's what I thought. Now I go here though. This is extremely reminiscent of a. I wonder actually maybe I leave the queen here and just immediately play rook e8. This is like so good for me though. The computer likes rook a e8 better because then they can't take with check. But I mean, I'm taking back either way. So I think I'll just do this. This pawn push, do we care about that at all? That would be crazy, wouldn't it be? Just go here. Donkey Man with the prime, huge. Thank you so much. Let's go. All right. So this knight's blocking the bishop. What a great observation by me. So the rook can't go here because I take, and the rook cannot go here because I skewer. And the rook can't really stay there because I'll take it. Now the rook could go here. Oh, they just take. Wow. Are you not afraid of me? So what happens after I check you? You just go here and I go here. I was just looking at this. If I take, you take, so it's not good. Yeah, this knight does seem to be defending everything for the moment being. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not know, unfortunately, how to close this one out, dude. What the heck? Can I go here? Imagine I go here. Is this even a move? Here takes. What am I even threading? Rook lift? Does this do anything for me? How do I break through, guys? I'm wondering if this was a bad move for me. I need to relook at the Marshall. There was a reason why I stopped playing it. But I can't remember it now. Takes. The knight's gonna go here. I'm almost positive. I feel like a rook lift is good. This just feels so wrong. Rook here doesn't make sense. I can't waste too much time. I could, but no, genuinely, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So here, and you push something. I'm really low on time. I think they can get away with G4. I don't think it's good though. They go there, which is a little crazy. The queen's literally trapped. That's so funny. You have this? This? No, it's not working. That also doesn't work because I have the bishop block. I saw this, luckily. Here, and they'd want to go there, but... GG. We got a little lucky. I think they were trying to pressure our clock, but... Miss main 30, probably. Okay, let's review this. Of course. Okay, so castles here, and you know there's bishop e7, very fine, reasonable move. Knight takes e4, also highly recommended by the engine. b5 is a move, but less appealing by just a little bit. So I go ahead and take rook e1 now, and the move is knight c5. So that I was not anticipating or remembering, rather. I wasn't looking at knight c5. I should have. So this is the theory that I need to know. So move is knight c5. They can take on c6. They can take on e5, and then I play bishop e7. Something like this. Okay. I'm crafting new theory here. This is not really a move. So they should just play bishop b3. Then I play d5. And then they play something like knight c3. I take, they take, and somehow life works out for us there, apparently. If I do something like this, just take here, yeah. Do something like this. Here likes the move a4 a lot. Alright, well. Wow, a4 is the only move that's good. It's a little crazy. Here in queen takes is lights out. Isham, thank you for the follow, and E1 Perezoso as well. Thank you guys. Welcome in. Hope you're all doing well. Okay, so b5, as we learned, was not the move, but my opponent messed this up. Here, and I could take on here right away, but okay. We start with this. This is a nice move to add. We get some value here. Knight takes, we block, doesn't really matter. I guess it likes bishop e6 a little bit better. Because why? I don't know. If this. Oh, we developed the bishop with the tempo. Wow. Look at me. Look at me moving this bishop twice when I could have had this bishop already developed. And then moving this bishop with the tempo. Wow. Of course, it's so obvious. Okay, anyways, yeah, we get bishop d6. We get the queen out with the tempo. G-pawn pushed. We get in on the light squares. It likes bishop f5 here. This is so much smarter than what I did. Here in takes, we just, yeah, we go rook 8, e8. The computer always likes this one better. If we go here, bishop d2, takes, rook e8. It's saying just play knight d2 now, right? Wow. Just in the nick of time. Yeah, bishop, I feel like this is sometimes a move. I have to look at this Marshall line again to remind myself. But okay, if we go with this and they do the same move, we don't take. What does it want? Queen G4. But takes here. This is a transposition. So let's look at the difference here. I'm just really curious. Bishop D2, Queen G4 is a move. And what is this threatening? If they do nothing, takes, and Bishop E4 is lights out. So what if we went with this rook? And then we tried this? Well, no. I'm being weird. Why is this weird? I'm trying to figure this theory out. Rook F8, Bishop D2, takes here. Get the knight to D2. If I go here, like Queen G4. So not trading, they play knight A3. Now we have Bishop E4. They have to sack and exchange. Apparently. So why don't they have to sack and exchange if I go here? And I try the same move, knight A3. Now if I go here, we have to take with the queen here because this rook is hanging here. So in this line, and trading is bad. So we get Bishop E4 for free. They can't sack their exchange. So here, sack the exchange. We have rook takes, which leaves the queen on the board, which is really a strong attacker. So here, best move, knight C4. And then it just says go forth H-pawn. Yeah, Jerome, that's definitely a detail. I've seen that before as well, where the trade with check is important, but yeah, I just go here and it does say to take on D5, which is honestly I think it's very fair. It's I think it's a free pawn, but it still likes black. Takes and rook A to B8. Interesting. I would just go here. But it says they can trade and they should be fine, but yeah, bishop's F5. This is a nice move. Okay. So they were too scared, which is very logical. I go here, which defends the pawn and threatens this, which is really nice. Here. Now, it does like rook F8, actually. But okay. Yeah, this rook just makes sense because putting the rook here, this rook is trapped, so. And like it's basically we're trading in. I'm pretty sure there's like no other rook move. I mean, rook F1, it doesn't even want to go for this. It just says rook E2 or bishop E2. But yeah, this is like miserable to have to do this. So they just trade, but that's also pretty bad, to be honest. Here, I should go rook check, but I couldn't figure this out for the life of me. Here, now bishop H3. Oh, and the queen's just trapped. Here, check. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's just way too simple for me to find, of course. Why didn't I consider that at all? That's crazy. I go here immediately, and now they just block. And now I was like, I don't know what the heck to do. Here, the move is queen G6, apparently. Or queen F5. I couldn't explain these. Queen F5, queen G6. Okay, we're trying to go queen here, I think. So that makes sense. I lifted this. This really did nothing. Here it says I should just take here, and they should go bishop f4, which is kind of ridiculous. But, I mean, they just need to get the rook out somehow. But yeah, here, now queen d1 makes a lot of sense, pinning the bishop. I go here, which lets up a lot of steam, but what should they do here? Knight e3 now. This is actually a great move. Or bishop e3 even. Still prefers black, but, you know, we're giving them some space, some defense. Here, and they obviously missed rook e2 is very nice. The queen's literally trapped. They try for one hope, but there's no back rank, luckily. And yeah, they resign. They took the rook and then resigned. They were like, let me take this for the road. Okay. The Marshall Gambit. I have to remember the Marshall Gambit line. Somebody remind me. Does anyone know the Marshall Gambit? I feel like you do this. If I click on openings, what the heck is this? Where do I find search Marshall? Roy Lopez, the Marshall attack. Wow. So it's a bishop e7 line. And it's after c3 we play d5. So let's look at this. So after castles, we just play bishop e7. Rook e1, we play b5. Bishop here, we castle. And now they play c3. Here we go d5. So this is more or less a gambit because takes, and this pawn is hit twice now. So takes, we do takes, rook takes, and now this is hit twice. So we have to save this. The engine's saying bishop e7 or moving the knight somewhere, but from what I remember, you just play c6, actually. And this is a really tricky line. Bishop to d6 now. If the rook comes back to e1, we have queen h4. If pawn here, queen h3. This is a lot of this we showed in our analysis already. But if something like this, now we have bishop g4. If this, we have queen h5, right? And this is very reminiscent of our game. The difference was we didn't have this knight here. We had a pawn here. And this bishop was traded off on a4. Yeah. This is a very fun position for black, even though black is down a pawn. These pieces are very far, I mean, especially the rook. And this king is particularly weak. So best move here, bishop e3. I'm trying to remember. There's a really nice sacrifice line. We put something on f4, I feel like. But okay, here saying a5, I don't know, it seems kind of lame. If they go something like here, this is losing. But yeah, this is another one of those instances it likes the rook from a to e8. But yeah, it doesn't even want this. This is like okay. Here it's saying there's bishop d1. Isn't that fun? Here and there's probably some knight move. It's saying queen f3 now. Knight takes. Yeah, taking the material is actually pretty bad for us. So we just pile in the pressure. Basically, what are we threatening? Take and bishop here, smothering the queen. It's really pretty. So, okay, what if they do nothing? This isn't really the move. Because they have, oh, bishop d1 pins. Pins and wins. Yeah. But what we do instead, here's a fun move, knight e3. Okay. You go with this rook. Yeah, it's just stronger apparently. Yeah, rook e6 is a really common idea. That's what I played in my game, but yeah, my game it wanted me to get the bishop here somehow, but yeah, I know knight d2 is not a move in this position. This is a bad one because we contest the e file. That's why I like bishop e3. It blocks the e file. So yeah, from here it says it's just equal, but I don't really know. I don't know. I stopped playing the Marshall for some reason. So I feel like everyone knew how to play against it at that point. Like what would go wrong? A lot of times people play here too. Or maybe I'm crazy. Well, I'm definitely crazy, but or what? This doesn't make sense to me. They would like immediately move the rook back, maybe. I don't know. All right. What's up, Resurrect COD? How is it going? Okay, guys. I've played 4 rapid games. I've won all 4 of them. We hit 2250. It's past midnight. That was a pretty deep Roy Lopez. Oh, Resurrect. Sorry, I ignored you on TikTok. I made you come to the Twitch chat. Um, what's up, Bishop Stars? I've been streaming. I actually haven't been streaming. I've been playing a lot of poker. So I'm thinking maybe we can start doing some more poker streams actually. But I played a free roll before this. Got knocked out pretty quickly. What's up, Josh? You'll work on my rapid anytime? Dang, dude, that sounds like a good time. What's my favorite hand in poker? I mean, like, I feel like aces, but I feel like it's such a lame thing to say. Because, there's people like, oh yeah, Jack 9 suited, or I don't know. There's like the 10-2 is the Doyle Brunson. I almost said Dunson. That would have been embarrassing. Am I mentioning the poker because of you? If so, that's insane. No, I've literally just been playing poker more, and I just said that. But honestly, dude, my memory's not that good because I'll be honest with you. I could pretend and be like, yeah, that was me, but no, I actually forgot about it. Um, but yeah, how have you been? I'll be back in Vegas in June. planning on streaming my games for the first time. My right one, Josh, I'd like to have your hand. All right, that's getting weird. Your side hustle now, very cool. Every Friday and Saturday. Awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to play and stream more poker actually. I think it'll be fun. Imagine I streamed every day at the end of the day, and then whenever I'm done with chess like this, then I switched over to poker. Um, but yeah, I've just been playing online on Club WPT Gold because they had like a free roll with Botez. So I just like signed up and I won like $10 or something. Or they start, I don't know. I don't know how it worked. But basically, I'll do like the free rolls, which is great because it's free. Um, and like really, I'm not trying to win money. I'm just trying to play because I enjoy it. But sometimes I do win money. And then you can buy into other tournaments and win even more money. Um, and yeah, it's been like, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been at least over a year, I feel like. It's been a long time. And I won $20 the other day from a $1 buy-in tournament. So that was pretty cool. And then I started buying into bigger tournaments for like $5. And then I lost every single time. So then I got down to like $8. And then the other night I won like $11 with another $1 buy-in tournament. So I'm back to like $20. So I'm like, listen, if I'm buying in for $1 and I'm making money here and there, if I have 20 bucks, that's like 20 tournaments I could play for $1. And there's other tournaments that are free. So I'm like, yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I've been watching a ton of poker content actually on YouTube and Instagram. I I'll do only tournaments online. I'll do cash in person. I've done both in person. I've never done a cash game online. Your friend and that? I don't know if I know them, Josh. Dublin in Vegas. It's a great website. Yeah, that's where I play. $20 hold'em game when you're in St. Louis next. Dude, I am so down. I have a poker set. We could play at my place. You're invited. Yeah, I was at a casino in person here in St. Louis for a friend's birthday like a month or so ago, and I played a cash game, and it went very well, I have to say. I'm very happy with that. I just got the perfect table, perfect seat. This dude, first hand, I get pocket nines. I get a full house against this dude straight. I was like, this is legitimately the best start I could have ever asked for. This dude immediately just like gets tilted and then he plays like every hand with me trying to get me back and he just loses every single time. Literally took all of his money. I was like, someone up above is smiling down on me right now because I'm just like, I don't know. Poker's great when you win all your hands and you have good hands. Because I've definitely lost in poker as well. It's not as fun. The last time I played a cash game in a casino before that was like a couple months before, And like the whole night I was getting nothing. And then the very last hand, I was like, okay, I've got like $100 left. Let's just I had like Queen King suited, and I was ahead of this guy the whole time. I basically get like a two pair, like Queen and King. I'm like, life is so good. But then there's like a 10, and I'm like, oh, this guy might have like an ace or something. And then literally the river hits a jack, and I was like, this is terrible. Like my heart sank immediately. I was like, I'm losing this hand now. And yeah, he had a straight on the river. So I was ahead the whole time. Raising, he's calling. Raising, he's calling. River hits the jack, and I'm like, screw me, dude. I check to him. He just, yeah. I was like, all right, that was not my night. What's up, Darth? I should know Annette. She's a legend. Yeah, I don't really know the poker people too much, to be honest. I know Daniel Negreanu, obviously. I like literally just fumbled Doyle Brunson's name. Uh, I know Tony G, Phil Ivey, Phil Hellmuth, but those are like everyone knows these people. I don't know much beyond that, so I need to do my poker homework. But yeah, my plan is I'll stream more and I will start streaming some poker too. So yeah, I think that's it for me tonight though. So I'm gonna head to bed. I will be tomorrow streaming some commentary for the CCL. So if you guys like college chess, it's literally the last day of the season tomorrow. So please feel free to check that out if you got nothing better going on. And yeah, other than that, I'm just watching hockey. Oh my goodness, Grizz's rating. All right, Grizz, you prolonged my stream. I was literally about to raid, so let's maybe do like a bullet game or two and hope that I don't lose. Yeah, if I start losing in bullet, it might become a 2 to 3 hour stream. So basically, I'm like stalling my rating. We're at barely 2300. And if we dip below 2300, I might just continue playing until we get a bag, which might not ever happen. So wish me luck here, folks. Yeah, this guy is already much faster than me. This is not great. I'm gonna flag. Or just lose. I'm just gonna lose. Daniel the Prophet, he got me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you get raided and you keep playing, and then I'm not complaining, but uh this could be like a chess tilt session. This is also what happens when you switch from rapid to bullet really. What is this guy doing, dude? What the heck? Wow. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How can you play chess like this? Where do you think you're going? Guys, I think I'm gonna win this one. Whatever. Alright, I think we can send the raid. I lost one elo, but you know, we got that first game was a warm up. That guy cooked us. Second game, we get the dub. Uh, and we're back over 23. No, I'm ending here because I know this could get bad. It could get ugly. Usually when I'm doing bullet this late, it's off stream, and I'm like, sometimes I don't go to bed. That's how bad it gets. But yes, thank you to Grizz. Awesome raid, really appreciate it. You guys should all go follow him, check him out. Um, and now we're gonna send the raid off to someone else and hopefully spread the love and the joy and the positivity their way. Thanks everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you all have a great start to your weekend. And I'll see you all hopefully tomorrow for some college chess commentary. Last day of the season. So I won't be doing those Saturday early streams for a while. But okay, let's go raid Elena. She's playing chess in the park. Wow, that looks really fun. Like the rest of us are, that's right. All right. Peace out, everyone. Have a good one. That's a good song, Bishop Stars. But they're not in the US, so I don't think they celebrate the 4th of July. But all right, I'll see you all over there. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Bye. Love you all. See you all later. Bye.